by the dawn's early light. What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regulate, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the parade?
Yeah, it really doesn't seem like it's been 14 years. As we know that was a defining moment for this generation. It seems like it was just yesterday.
It really has changed police work and how you approach things, hasn't it?
Well, it has, yes, Ted. You know, at that time, law enforcement was heavily engaged in community policing, and though that mission continues today, we have now a secondary mission, which is just as primary, and that is protecting our community from a domestic and a foreign potential threat.
And I guess the equipment you have, and to be able to fight that foreign threat and to be able to watch for it, you've gained different types of equipment and training.
We have, Ted, just to name two particular pieces of technology that have come together after 9/11 that have assisted law enforcement in this mission is something that is called LINKS, which is our data interoperability. We're all able now to share information, which has protected our communities better, and also license plate readers. Ted, I sat on a statewide committee looking at our homeland security funds and where they would go, and we all recognize that those who intend to do harm to our communities, they traverse our roadways. Oftentimes they've been identified, and those license plate readers, even in some of the more rural areas, help tremendously in maintaining that mission of keeping our country safe.
It's interesting just how even small things now, a lot of times we hear about things locally or nationally, and you think, is it terrorism? It's always now your first thought.
I think it is our first thought, Ted, when we hear some of the horrific events taking place, and so we are very vigilant at this point and have been since 9/11.
You know, I think it's really important that we do this and remember, not just on September 11th, but remember on a regular basis. We live in a very dangerous world, and there are people out there that want to do our country and our Americans and, for that matter, civilization harm, and we've got to stay strong and vigilant.
And it's changed police training. It's changed the equipment they have. Everything's changed.
It has, and and so often is the case. I think the first few years afterwards, I remember when I was governor, and there were a lot of resources coming in. I'm not sure it was always spent the most effectively. Do you really need a hazmat unit in every small community in Southside Virginia? But I think it's taken us a while, and we've worked things through. There is better coordination. Remember, it was only a year or so after 9/11 when this region went through the challenges of the sniper, and in many ways we had state police and FBI and local law enforcement work closer together. But we're looking now 14 years later, and while we, thank God, have not seen the same kind of tragedy, we've got new issues, both on the drug front, but also I think on the cyber front, that we have to stay vigilant on. These kind of remembrances need to be a reminder not only how great this country is, but also a reminder for all the folks, me and all the folks who work together in the Capitol, that there's a lot more that unites us, and providing the same kind of resolve to get things done that first responders show every day ought to be more the operational mode of Congress.
those first few days afterwards, there was so much togetherness, and you don't see that.
Yeah, true. But what I've always found, don't count out America. Whenever we face a challenge, we do rally together. I remember, again, as governor, when it was fiscal matters, people kind of put aside their D's and R's and fixed our state budget. We've seen with threats at the national level, I think more often than not, people do come together, but it shouldn't require a tragedy to bring the country together.